have fifth question. In question 4, point C is called the midpoint of the line segment AB. Yes, it is correct. Prove that every line segment has one and only one midpoint. So, we just now proved that C is the midpoint of AB. Based on this, in the fifth main, they are asking us to prove any line segment you consider, there will be only one midpoint. Obviously, yes, you will agree, yes ma'am, there should be only one midpoint. But theoretically, how you prove is the question here. We shall prove it now. So children, in the fifth main, in order to prove that it has one and only one midpoint, what we'll do is, we will consider the straight line AB. In the figure, line AB, it has two midpoints, that is point C and point D. Two midpoints we are considering. We did for fourth main. Now same steps we shall do here, but twice. Once considering C as the midpoint, second time considering D as its midpoint. So in the figure, line AB has two midpoints, that is C and D. If we consider C is the midpoint of AB, then AC is equal to BC. We know, no, AC is equal to BC. As we did in the fourth problem, here also I am adding AC on both sides. So what do we get on adding? AC plus AC is BC plus AC. So AC plus AC, as we did there, it is 2AC is BC plus AB. But according to Euclid's fourth axiom, I can replace BC plus AC as AB. I can replace BC plus AC by AB. I will call it as equation 1. Now, I will consider if D is the midpoint, what will happen? Same steps we shall do. If D is the midpoint of AB, if D is the midpoint of AB, then what will 2AC is equal to AB we got now? We will keep it as it is, call it as equation 1. Now if we assume D is the midpoint, then what do we get is AD is equal to DB. When C was the midpoint, AC plus CB we wrote. If D is the midpoint, then AD plus DB we will write. Now here, just like this, we added AC on both the sides. Here we shall add AD on both the sides. That is, add AD on both sides. B dot S both sides. I want you to write full form. When you do so, AD plus AD is equal to DB plus AD. AD plus AD is 2 times AD. DB plus AD is again nothing but AB, and I will call it as equation. DB plus AD can be replaced by AB now, as we did there. So now equate, after calling it as equation 2, equate equations 1 and 2. When we equate, children, if you observe equations 1 and 2, we have its RHS as common. AB is common. So you can equate their LHS as 2 times AC is equal to 2 times AD, isn't it? So we can, by equating equations 1 and 2, 2AD is equal to 2AC. If you cancel 2 and 2, what do you get is AC is equal to AD. We got AC is equal to AD. Got AC is equal to AD. What if you look at the figure? AC is equal to AD means AC is equal to AD means both C and D are now equal. So if C and D are equal, how many midpoints if you keep on any straight line, children? Then those midpoints will be equal to each other. Hence, there can be only one midpoint on a straight line or any line segment. That is what we can prove by this. So, what do you write now is, we got AC is equal to AD. What is the question they have asked? Once you got, since C and D coincide, coincide with on each other, C and D represent the single point, you can write. Since C and D, since they are equal andre, they are coinciding with each other. How many ever midpoints you keep on this straight line, they will coincide with each other means it means that there can only be one and only one midpoint on any line segment. So that is about the fifth main, children. Next we shall go to sixth main. In the figure, if AC is equal to BD, prove that AB is equal to CD. Again, it is very simple. We shall first draw the figure. Sixth main question is, let me draw the figure first. A, B, C and D. This is the given figure. In the figure, if AC is equal to BD, AC is equal to BD. They have given that AC is equal to BD. Just now we proved, no children, by considering two midpoints on same straight line. It is based on that concept only. They have only given that AC is equal to BD means this AC is equal to BD. We need to prove that AB is equal to CD. AB is equal to CD anta we should prove. So in order to prove that, children, what we shall do is first consider, write one sentence. In line AC, for the line AC, B is the midpoint. B is the midpoint for the line AC. Means, therefore, AC is AB plus BC. AC is AB plus BC. How? That is what we have been proving now by using midpoint. AB plus BC. Similarly, for the line AC admala, we will consider for the line BD, say C is the midpoint. If C is the midpoint for the line BD, if we consider, children, then BD alva. So BD is equal to BC plus CD. We will get BC plus CD. I will call this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Before that, write one line, children, here to prove that AB is equal to CD and call it as star. Since I have already called the other two equations as 1 and 2, let me call it as star. Now what we did is consider only AC as the line segment and B as its midpoint and BD as separate line and C as its midpoint, and for using fourth axiom of Euclid we got this. Now, so let us consider what is given. What is given? Given AC is equal to BD. So in place of substitute 1 and 2. Andre, they have given us no AC is equal to BD. We have defined it out different values for AC and BD from equations 1 and 2. So let us substitute. What we will do is in place of AC, now from equation 1, I can write it as AB plus BC is equal to BD. In place of BD, from equation 2, we will write BC plus CD. In both LHS and RHS, if I cancel out BC, children, what I get is AB is equal to CD, which is the required proof. Hence, proof. Ashte. What did we do? We consider two separate lines AC and BD and consider two different midpoints again for them. And by using fourth postulate, fourth axiom, we wrote AB plus BC, BC plus CD. So we then took the equation which is given equation, that is AC is equal to BD. In place of AC, we substituted this AB plus BC. Similarly, in place of BD, we substituted BC plus CD. BC will get cancelled, means AB is equal to CD. That is what was the required proof. That is how we will do, children. That is about the sixth question. Seventh question. Why is axiom 5 in the list of Euclid's axiom consider a universal truth? Note that the question is not about the fifth postulate. Why is axiom 5 in the list of Euclid's axiom considered as a universal truth? So what was the fifth axiom we studied, children? Let us go back to axioms. The fifth axiom is the whole is greater than a part. I gave you one example considering universe, next our country, next our state, next our city, like that. So I want you to think and answer to this question. Axiom 5, we know universe, whole is greater than a part. I said, if you take an apple and cut a small piece of apple, then of course that piece of apple is smaller compared to the whole apple. Part is always less than the whole, or whole is always greater than a part. Like this axiom what is given by Euclid is considered as a universal truth. Why is your question? So by giving any example of your own, please give justification to this statement, children. So this completes the exercise, first exercise, that is 2.1. Next,